And now I'm starting the second phase of opening a brick and mortar business. And I realized that I need help. So I didn't know how to do much, and I didn't know where to start. And so through Kebie and her classes, I took social media, I took Breakthrough. I just really liked the way that she worked and worked with me specifically. And that's when I decided I need her help as well with my brick and mortar business. First of all, like I mentioned before, I took a couple classes with Kebie, her social media. I took that twice actually, and Breakthrough. And so why not? And I probably should take social media a third time. But what I really like about Kebie, what I'm drawn to about Kebie is I am drawn to the fact that she walks the walk and talks the talk. She does exactly what she says she's going to do. She has done all of this. She's tried it herself. She's measured it. She's remeasured it. She's made mistakes. She's skinned her knees. She's learned from it. And she's really saying, I've learned a lot in this process. I'm going to pass this on to others so that I can save them all kinds of heartache and time so that we can get to getting closer to being successful and reaching our goals. And so I see that in her, and I see the way that she does that. And I like someone who actually does the work along with you, because I see her doing her own work. She doesn't just stop and sit back and say, oh, I'm done now. I figured it all out. I don't need the work. I don't need to grow anymore. So I really enjoy that part of her. She's very humble. And as a coach, she's coachable. And I think she takes away I love when she says golden nuggets. I think she takes away nuggets from her pupils just as much as we take away from her. And for her to be coachable like that it just makes me feel more confident that she's going to, be there for me or really understand what I'm going through. Yeah.
Right. Well, and she's listening, right? I mean, coaching is a collaborative experience if it's done right, in my opinion.
That's right. It's not hierarchical. It's not like I know all, let me tell you. It's more of like, okay, well, let's try this and let's see what we can do together.
Right.
I do see Kebie as a guide. And I was thinking about that the other day. I know I have a plan, and I have very, very set goals, and I know exactly what I want. Now, let me just make sure I make it very clear. I don't know exactly how to do that, and I don't know everything. I just know where I want to go, but I need someone to guide me and show me the way, which she does, and then get out of my way, which she does. So we talk, we problem solve. She's solutions driven. If I have a problem, we talk it out, and then she lets me go. And then we check back. How did that work? Let's assess. And that's how my mind works. I mean, I need to know, okay, let's try this. You do steps 1, 2, and 3, and then you collect your data, you analyze your data, and then you talk about your data, and then you move on. And the data part of it, that's how I think that she is a chameleon on some level, because she can kind of transform or become the person she's talking to needs to be. So she can read personality, read situations, and she's a bit, I always said this earlier, she's a little soft, she's a little hard, she's a little salty, she's a little sweet, but and I like that personality, but she reads your personality, and she can be very analytical and data driven, but then she can also be very compassionate and empathetic at the same time. So those are very special traits, unique traits that not everyone can possess. And I think that's why coaching fits her so well. And that's why she's so successful.
Absolutely. I would agree. It just really painted the picture of who she is, and, mutual admiration from both of us for Coach Kebie. If you were to make a recommendation for Kebie, would you recommend her, and why?
Oh, I've recommended her to everybody I talk to, pretty much. So I network a lot. I do a ton of networking. I'm constantly meeting new people, and there's a lot of similarities in some of the people that I meet. I left this career and I started this one, but I'm not really sure if it's the right move, because they would never say I'm not doing well. They struggle. They struggle with getting clients. They struggle with, should I go rent an office space or should I do it from home? And I have talked to several people, and I have said, well, have you ever taken any social media classes. Because I always talk about, I mean, you know, I'm so proud of myself, and Kebie would be so proud too, because a year and a half ago, I'd never even posted a single thing on Facebook. I didn't even know how to like anything, let alone comment, I mean, forget it. And I'll never forget, this is just a little side note, I'll never forget my very first social media class. Kebie sent something out on Facebook, and I kept typing in the comments and hitting enter and couldn't see anything. So I kept typing the same comment over and over and over again. And then it came up in the queue. And I went, oh, so maybe we'll learn how to not type the same comment 8 times. Oh, you know, this is ridiculous. So I went from that to now managing 2 pages and Instagram and Twitter. And that was just a year and a half ago. So when I talk to people and I hear them struggling about how to get their business started and going, I tell them, like, you've got to take Kebie's social media class. It says she starts very basic and works you up. And then from there, because she's so awesome, they stay on and do more breakthrough training, or they do more mindset or whatever. So I am always singing her praises in my networking groups. And some people, sometimes it takes a few months. Sometimes they do it right away. Sometimes they don't. But I always touch back like, okay, you know, how's it going? So I recommend her all the time. All right.
Well, Gina, thank you so much for taking the time today to just be online. I know you're crazy busy just building these businesses and just getting your foot in the door for so much more. Congratulations